Alright, here we are. I found a spot for us. Beautiful, as you can see. I'll do a scan for you here, but what we're going to do is we're going to deploy this Hennessey Hammock Stroud Survivorman, and it's based on a 4-season concept. You'll be able to see it in all of its glory here in just a minute when I set it up. And you know, we looked at the Jungle Explorer XL Zip a couple years ago, used it all through 2018, and it was the hammock of the year. Far head and shoulders above any hammock that we saw from anyone. And we expect that this is going to perform on the same level. All right, the first thing, if you know anything about Hennessey hammocks, the first thing you're going to notice about this guy, it does pack up in this compression sack bigger than the regular Jungle XL asymmetrical zip. And that's because of the foam insulation that they've employed with this in order to get you into a 4-season hammock. Okay, but just like everything from Hennessey, it's all thought out thanks to Mr. Hennessey. There's a couple James there, James Sr. and James Jr. I believe. James Sr. is the main cog behind all the design, I believe, there. But they teamed up with Stroud Survivorman. Les is at the top of his game, and I've said this before, that there's probably about 4 people in the world that I would trust being out in a wilderness situation, in a survival situation. Les happens to be one of them. I've spoken with him, interviewed him as a matter of fact, and the guy's the real deal. But as you can see here, 4-season Survivorman XL asymmetrical zip. Comes in this nice stuff sack, a lot of blaze orange on here, and I'm sure that was Les's suggestion. But as I said, everything about this is well thought out. So we'll just put this right like so. Get this thing opened up, and the first thing that you're going to see here is something that Les specifically designed for them, was this small survival kit, and we'll look at it in detail. I'm just going to put it off to the side for now so I can get this thing going here. So you see how the fly is with the hammock. Inclement weather, you know, cold weather, this is how I would have it. I know I've flown it up, but there's a reason for that, because if it was cold, I'd want to be able to build a firewall out here away from the hammock, build my fire layer here, and allow the radiant heat to come off that firewall, and it would catch up under here and it would roll around inside here, the heat. So it heated up. If it was driving rain, real hard driving wind, then I would just button this thing down. I'm going to take the camera and show you around this, but one more time, I just wanted to show you just how easy it was. I'm going to walk around just so you can kind of get a good look at this here. You know, every hammock from Hennessey comes with a set of webbing straps, and they've got different sizes available. All you got to do is ask. There's no extra charge for them. All comes with polyester rope with a polyester coating on it, very, very sturdy. It has prusiks built in for you, for your convenience, right on the ridge line here of the hammock. Snaps in, pulls up, tightens up your hammock, however you want to do it. It's kind of neat that it has the blaze orange added to it. And then The zipper system here are YKK zippers that are very, very smooth, nice. Very nice. Inside, you have a gear loft that moves. You've got a couple hooks, mitten hooks or whatever you might want to hang up on there. You can see how huge this fly is as well. Big. I think it's their largest one. Kind of a charcoal gray with blaze orange outlines on it. Again, I'm sure that was a Les Stroud thing. They've got two kinds of insulation that you can get with their hammocks. One of them is what they call a bubble, kind of aluminum covered stuff, but this here is a closed cell foam. It's hard for me to do this with this camera and for you to see that, but we'll pull a little bit of it out so you can just take a look at it. But this stuff is very warm. It holds the heat, keeps you from being exposed to the radiation off the ground. Won't draw anything out of you. Cold doesn't get in there at all. I really like this hammock. I think they did a great job. Les and James, you've done an outstanding job on this. I think it'd be great. So, what's the price on this? I saw it on their website today for $319. That is a bargain for what you're getting here. That's a lot of bang for your buck. You know, and what I like about this, we're able to show this for the motorcyclists around the world. All you bikers out there that like to get out in the woods, out in the bush, go hunting or whatever. This is a great option to sleeping on the ground. And I'll be honest with you, I prefer this even in the wintertime. Even in the wintertime. Now today, I brought with me an Outdoor Vitals top quilt. It's a synthetic top quilt. I've grown to like the synthetic materials, especially from Outdoor Vitals, what they've done. Outdoorvitals.com, you need to check them out. But they also have a bag called the Atlas that is a hybrid synthetic down. It's a 0 degree bag. If I was going to be anything below 20 degrees, I would have that bag just in case it gets wet. It'll dry with you in it. It'll keep you warm in it, unlike down will. It's a great sleeping bag to go with this. So I'm going to shut this off. And you know, one of the questions that I often get about all gear that we review is, what is the negative aspect of it? What is it that you don't like? Well, I'll be honest with you. There's only one thing on here that I would suggest that they do with this hammock. And this is what this particular hammock has come with. Can you see the guy outs for the fly? They're black. And for the hammock, the shock cord is blaze orange. I'm going to change this out to a blaze orange cord, because every time that I've walked around here, I mean, you can see we're in the end of December right now, and all the brush that's down on the ground, all the debris, all the duff, you can't see those black cords, especially as the sun goes down, and I have ran into them about 3 or 4 times. The blaze orange ones, however, they stand right out, you know. So that would be the only downer that I would say is to do with this hammock here. So this is the Survivorman survival kit that he put together for Hennessey. Comes in a Velcro closed bag, and I mean this has some stuff in it. All right, just pull it out. You've got a hank of paracord here that has a fish hook stuck in it. Well, you can tell that this wasn't staged for you here, so we'll have to do something about that. So that'll be the second thing. I'm gonna have to deal with this later, but it does have a nice hank. That's probably 25 feet of paracord. It has this fishing kit in it. The reel on it is a foam that works as a bobber as well. I don't know how many feet this is. Oh yeah, I do. It's 8-pound test, 21 feet long. Okay, with small hooks on it. I think with that hook being weird like that, then I'm going to just lay that on the ground so I don't snag the hammock. It has 2 of those. All right, 2 fishing kits. You have an E-candle, an emergency candle. Start wet wood with it if you have to. It has a huge emergency bandana that comes with it. And Les designed this dude. I mean, you're talking about a bandana that can be used a multitude of ways, and it has how to tie different knots, instructions on how to survive. I haven't read this thing. Survival tips from Les, things that you should follow. You can use this for a signaling device. A lot of things, you know. Use it to filter water. You can use it to, I say filter water, but strain water. You can use it for a sling. You can use it for a schmog. Just I could see there's a lot of things that you could do with this. All right, let's see. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items so far. This looks like it's taffy. It's not. It's a fire starter inside of here. I'm not going to open it up. It is a fire starter. You have a small ferro rod with a striker here. You have a very decent compass. I mean, usually a lot of times when people put survival kits together like this, the compasses on them are wanting. If I see one thing that is missing is probably a mirror, you know, but I mean, I bet there's a mirror in here. I bet there is a mirror in here somewhere, knowing Stroud. There you go. As soon as I said that, look at here. There's your signaling device. And you can also start a solar fire with that. Okay. Got a whistle. Tater, just stand up. All right, emergency whistle. Yeah, he's out there moving. Here's an E-blanket. It also has some aluminum foil, and if you really want to know why this would be in a survival kit, I don't have time to be able to tell you all the reasons that you would want to have foil in your kit. You should have a nice square or 2 of foil. Takes up no room. You can do a lot of things with foil, cooking, windbreak, just a lot of stuff. Here is a sewing kit with a single-edged razor blade. You know, those are often handy. And then you have an E-flashlight. Not real bright, but it would get you through the darkness if you had to. So there you go. You know, that's a nice little kit right there. You know, and again, it fits all in that stuff sack. You know, so I think that it's time for us to have us a little hot drink, maybe a little snack or 2, and then see what's crawling up my leg while I'm at it. Yeah. Okay. Hang tight, we'll be back. Here, Tater. Come here. Good boy, old Tater's got a ball and chain on him. Too many deer out here today. Might even be some hunters out here. You want to raise them? Tater's a picky kid. He don't like to eat too much, other than everything. Well, so there you have it. Hennessey Hammock, Les Stroud Survivorman XL. You know, when it comes down to it, you're not going to find a better hammock. And I've seen many throughout my life, really. Very primitive ones back in the 60s and 70s as a Boy Scout. Being in the Marine Corps, I've seen some horrendous hammocks that did the job, but when it comes down to having a very comfortable sleep night after night, you get up in the morning refreshed, you're not going to find a better one than Hennessey. And what they've did with the Survivorman, their collaboration with Stroud, second to none. You know, hats off to everybody. As I said, on their website today, it was $319, and that does include the survival kit, includes all the straps, this huge fly, everything that you see here comes included. Insulation also. You know, my seat right now is very, very warm. I could tell there's something underneath me. And I would not hesitate to be down inside of this hammock, zero, if I had the right bag. And for me, that bag would be the Outdoor Vitals Atlas, for sure. Synthetic bag that they've just came out with. It's a hybrid bag. If you don't know anything about Outdoor Vitals, go check them out. But I mean, being out here today, I don't even want to go home, to be honest with you. I don't think Tater does either, but duty calls. So, appreciate y'all watching the video, all the support you've given us throughout the year. Again, we want you to hit that subscribe button. Become a subscriber, and when you do, we'll put your name in the database for monthly giveaways. And we give away some pretty good stuff. So until next time, you ride free out there, you live free, and as always, be safe.